Hello, Shuffling Gears here. Today, I'm starting a new journey on ETS2 from scratch. The gameplay will not be random, there will be some rules to make things more interesting, and some goals I'll be going for. I'll tell more about those once we are on the road, where I will have plenty time for explaining everything. In fact, there is so much driving time in ETS2 that I'm having a hard time figuring out what to talk about. We will discuss that later. Also, let me put it out there, this is my first YouTube video ever. I have a lot to learn about the content creating process, and hopefully things will improve with each video. I have some ideas and I'm open to yours if you have any, and just let me know in the comments. If it sounds good, I may give it a try. Let's hop in and let's get started. So I created a new profile. We got Uncle Joe here, and I also added a bunch of modes including pro modes. There are pretty cool ones in there, but except a few, I really haven't tried any of them. So it will be my first as well. We will see how it works, and I'll make some adjustments depending on what works well and what doesn't. First, we are going to choose a location for our headquarters. We are looking at Pakistan here. I forgot to mention that we also have a lot of map extensions on top of promotes. I will not go into details of it yet, but I can say that we got ourselves a quite big fat map here. For our headquarters, I want to pick a spot roughly in the middle of the original map. The first reason for that is that the extensions can be buggy sometimes, and I might have to remove parts of the map. So that's a good thing that we have it where it works for sure. The second one is that I think starting from nothing is easier in the more established part of the map with more of everything. I think it will be easier to grow quickly. So yeah, Munich seems like a good spot. I think I'll go for Munich. And yeah, let's go for Munich. So here we are in Munich, getting a short introduction. You can see Allianz Arena out there by a Munich stadium. You can stop and read these if you want to, but I'll be skipping them quickly. We start with 2,000 euros, and our first job is a random short distance one within Munich. It just, wherever your starting city is, it just happens within there, I guess. A small tutorial job where we'll also get a little bit of money. I'll just quickly check the controls, adjust the view, and then we are good to go. Bit of right, yeah, that seems all right. I'm happy with that so far. What we got ourselves here is a green shipping container, a small one, hooked up to Actros. If you haven't noticed yet, I am using mouse steering. I used to play either on a wheel or keyboard. One is better, the other one is more practical. But my current setup doesn't allow the wheel, so I decided to try mouse steering. The movement looks way better than it does with the keyboard. It's not choppy, but I assume driving will be harder than it is on the keyboard or a wheel. I will definitely have to get used to it, that's for sure. And the keys layout that comes with it is also different, so I haven't changed much about that, but I guess I will find out a lot of problems with that layout as well, and we'll have to adjust stuff. At some point I will sort my setup and continue with the steering wheel, I guess, but for now this is what I'm going to go with. Yeah, that wasn't a nice turn. Anyways, let's see. So the first first time mouse steering, trying many of the mods for the first time, and loading map extensions, which I've never tried before. I think you guess where this is going. Things will be a mess for a while. A lot will be learned. A lot of silly mistakes will be made, and I hope it will be a lot of fun as well. Just bear with me, okay? We'll be fine. So let's talk about the rules I mentioned earlier a bit. This first job you cannot really choose. You just have to do it. But once we are able to choose, I'll be looking for the best pay per kilometer until there is enough money to buy a truck. Once we get our first truck, then the rule will change and we'll be looking for the longest distance offers from whatever city we are in. Sometimes the longest distance offer might be taking us back to where we just came from, and in those cases we'll go for the next longest option or pick a different route, if that makes sense. I have no idea where it will take us, but we'll be following whatever the game throws at us, okay? Like I mentioned, we have a big map with a lot of extensions, so I kind of expect things to escalate pretty quickly and take us to interesting places. At some point, I think we will be driving the longest possible route on the ETS2 map combinations, whatever is available as the biggest map combination. We will see. I'm struggling with the controls. It's kind of weird steering with the mouse while managing all the acceleration, braking, and everything else on the keyboard. It's a strange feeling. Oh, that guy came in like Kvyat, little torpedo. Anyway, yeah, it's a strange feeling trying to manage the two at the same time, and it is kind of like playing the drums or piano at a smaller scale. It will take some time to get used to, for sure. And with that, we are already here at the end of the first delivery. Let's see if I'll manage to park it nicely. For the first try, they ain't that bad. I'm happy with that. So yeah, we will get some experience point for this. A little money, whatever. Not that much anyway. And yeah, this is the headquarters, if you will, our garage. It looks really poor, empty. We don't have a truck yet, but all of that will change. We will get it looking nice. So yeah, I'll skip these quickly again. Good luck, it says. Thank you. So now we can actually choose the type of transport we wanna go for. Um, like I said earlier, I'll be going for the best pay per mileage. Let's see. Get a quick job. And we should set it to price per distance. Yeah. And it will show us the best offers, whatever job is paying the most money per mile. And this one with radiators, Going from Munich to Innsbruck. Yeah, go for that. Here we are in our little blue Volvo. We are transporting radiators to Innsbruck. So we are headed to our next destination. And I should tell you some about what to do with these long distance driving periods. I assume if I just keep it at a natural speed without talking on it, um, it will be really boring. I don't know. Maybe there are some people out there who really enjoy that kind of thing, but I think that's not really the direction I want to go. I prefer either talking and having a communication, some narrative um, at the parts which are, I don't know, more interesting. There is something to tell, something going on, and speed up the rest of the road trip, if you will, um, where there isn't much happening. There isn't too many interesting things going on, and it's just driving through different landscapes and cities and so on. So I'm kind of not sure which way to go about that, because the other one is that keeping it at, oh whoa, I should watch the road meanwhile. Um, keep it at a natural speed and have something to talk about, have some meaningful uh, time in there. I'm not sure which one to go for, but it's definitely not leaving it at its natural speed without anything. It's just hours of driving without any context. That won't be the way. So out of other two, I think I will give it a go with different ideas I have, what I might be or could be talking about, and see the reaction if anyone is interested, if I'm enjoying it, and so on and so forth. But in case I can't find something meaningful to chat about and share with you, I guess I'll go down the road where I will just speed up, fast forward the parts where there isn't much going on. I guess I'll be deciding it within a few videos, just looking at um, what's going on, if I'm enjoying it, and all that jazz. So yeah, that is one thing to consider, and I am not sure where it will take us, but we will see. It will evolve, and it will grow, and it will fail, and it will succeed. It will all happen. I can't change that. I'll just try. So in real life, what do real truck drivers do? I assume when they are alone, they are listening to music, news. Maybe they have a little television going on the side. Whatever floats their boat, they are trying their best to keep themselves not bored to death, I guess. But often, either it's a bus, truck, whatever it might be, a long distance travel with someone with you leads to long hours of chat. Sitting in a small cabin for long hours driving. Is there anything better to do anyway? Topics will follow each other. Hours will pass. You'll be talking, and you will notice you made a lot of miles. Meanwhile, time passes quicker, and it's more bearable, I believe. However, in my case, doing it on ETS2, sitting alone here, it's a whole different game. Anyway, um, it's about midday. We have like 130 kilometers. It says, yeah, 1 hour 57 minutes to our destination. It will take less than 10 minutes, I believe, and we can go for another one. I should tell you some about the mods I'm using here. We have plenty of them. Besides those, there are a lot of map extensions, as I mentioned earlier. I added Africa, Middle East, Far East, steps. I don't remember exactly the wording, but all of that is included. And the Balkans changes and all the Northern Europe changes that come with promotes and the adaptations. There are some extra modes to make those maps work together and so on. So all of that necessary stuff is included, and some of them either I couldn't find or couldn't make it work. But as mods, normal ones, not the map extension related ones, I mean, we have realistic traffic, for example. Depending on the daytime, the traffic can get jammed or the streets might be completely empty. So far, it works pretty nice, but we will see. It might really get laggy to jammed up at some spots, maybe. I don't know. I hope it works fine, but in case it creates any problems, I'll be removing it. Um, there is realistic physics with the rain, the weather, or lighting situation. We got paint job packs for different tracks, or accessory packs for different tracks. Also different sound effects. I can't really recall and list everything one by one, but all those kind of things that make the gameplay a little better are included. Obviously, I can't include everything, or I'm not even aware of what is available, what is cool. Um, but yeah, I try to include a lot of good stuff. If you know of any good mods, I would really like to hear about it, and I would give it a go. If it's going to make the game look better, sound better, or make it more interesting to play, it would be awesome, wouldn't it? So bring them on if you know of any that you cannot see in this gameplay, and I'll give it a go. It's getting darker. Sun is setting. We have clouds ahead. Still little under 50 minutes it shows. So I assume in about 5 minutes we'll be there. This will be our first actual job. The first one was a tutorial. We'll earn some money, some experience points again. By the way, if you are new to the ETS2, there is some skill system. By doing all these jobs, delivering goods and stuff, you are earning experience points and leveling up your character. And with each level, you are earning a point that you can spend on a skill. And I think I'll be going for the skills that will benefit us in the early game, like getting long distance or high value transport, which will help us build up our economy so we can buy our own truck and so on as quickly as possible. But later on, it won't matter much because we'll be going for the longest distance all the time, and we will not really care if it's fragile, high value, or dangerous cargo type, whatever it might be. Those won't matter too much. So yeah, early game, I have a little strategy for that, like that. For the rest of it, just fill up the points as they come. That's the way we go. And Innsbruck is inside. We are here. I think other than Munich, it's the first city discovered. Did we go through another one? I'm not sure. I guess this is the first one. Anyway. Going in the middle of the road, braking hard. It's a mess. I wonder if I will be able to park nicely this time. It'll be embarrassing. And we are... Damn. I was about to say we are turning right here, and then I was carrying some speed, wanted to turn quickly, and it was ideal. Let's not press this one. Yes. Yes, yes. That was nice. I mean, I know I wouldn't call it nice if I was on a wheel or at least a keyboard, but in this case, I'll take it. I'm focusing so much that while the turn is actually happening, I'm sometimes unable to call. So here we are. I'm gonna go park it again. Let's see how it goes this time. Just as I expected, this one was worse. Uh, we level up. Yes, we are level 2 and we get some money. We got a skill point that we can spend on one of these skills. And like I mentioned earlier, depending on however you want to build this up, you get different benefits. For example, if you choose high value cargo, the first level unlocks the high value job offers. And then after that, you get more money for delivering urgent cargo in time, or you get better payment or longer distance job offers depending on which skill you have improved at whatever level. You can also see the details on the right side. So with the first high value cargo skill increase, we'll get 5% higher reward for high value item delivery. Anyways, we can go for our next job. We still don't have a truck. We don't have anywhere near enough money for a truck. So I'm not even checking on the prices. And we got here from Munich to Austria to Graz. Okay. Well, our first one was to Innsbruck. That's also in Austria. And this one is a bit longer. Yeah, let's go for it. So we got a Renault Magnum. Until you buy your own truck, you will have to drive different trucks with each job you take, and you will have to adjust everything, the mirrors, the sitting position, and so on, all of that. It sounds nice though. Almost perfect turn. Proud of myself. Like I've done something very hard. I really need to figure out a way to set these keys and sensitivity of the steering and everything. It's quite a handful right now. So this time what we have about 390 kilometers. It's not a very long distance. South of Germany to Graz in Austria. Did I cut him off there? Just leaving Munich towards Salzburg, Innsbruck direction. It is almost 2 p.m. I'm not sure if it will be already dark once we get there, but might be. There are some things I'd like to see in the game, but I don't know if they are even considered by the developers. There was this game called King of the Road, I believe. I was playing when I was really small, and in that game, um, when you hire people, other truck drivers, You could decide the company logo and everything as you do here, but that logo and the truck design, whatever you adjusted, would be actually on the truck they are driving, and you would see them on the road. Like if one of my drivers was going in the other direction right now, coming across on the other side, I could see and recognize that, hey, that's my truck, that is my driver, that is my company logo on that truck. You could really have that. And on ETS2 here, yes, we can see our drivers on the map, and we can see their status, if they are resting, if they are on the road, or just returning empty, whatever they might be doing. You don't see them on the road. That would be a really nice touch, actually. The traffic is really accurate. I mean, the mod, the realistic traffic density or whatever it was, it really does its job. But I also noticed that it is getting kind of laggy around this time in real life during a weekday or something. Yes, this would get crowded, and if you were on the road in the middle of the night, it would be quite empty, and the bot does its job, actually, yeah. But I haven't seen it getting really crowded yet. And right now it is quite crowded, not extremely, but I already feel some choppy uh, FPS drop. That's a Obi, real company. Is that an old Peugeot sedan? I'm not sure if it's happening because of the same mode, or did I load another one that really brings in different. That's a Prius. Prius. How would you say that? So yeah, different car models, different brands that are not actually in the vanilla version. We also got real gas stations or police vehicles. That's a Volkswagen Charan, I think, or Touran, one of those. It's a typical Austrian police vehicle. I'm actually impressed how much variation there is. All kinds of cars, different vehicles. It really feels realistic. That was an Audi sedan, and then Land Rover or something. What was that? Another one just gone by. That's a Hyundai, I believe, i20 or something, a gray colored one, or silver. I can do car spotting with this mod. As kids, actually, we played this game. We're sitting on the side of the, like, not actually on the side of the road, but our balcony was looking down onto a street, and we would sit down and we would set the rules. Okay, the cars that come from the right are mine, and cars that come from the left are yours. Or I believe usually people play it with the colors. If I'm not wrong, we just chose directions instead, and we would just, I don't know, be happy if a nice car shows up on our side, or be jealous if a really nice car comes from the other side for the opponent, you know? There are a lot of these tunnels in Austria, Switzerland, Italy, and France, and so on, in the Alps region. Beautiful mountains. This landscape, I don't know, it's pretty nice, but I don't know if it's doing justice to how it really is. It's quite magnificent, actually. And in the game, they are doing their best, I believe, to somehow create that. Holy, look at that traffic on the other side. Damn. So yeah, that's the Alps. Endless amount of routes for climbing, all sorts of sports activities possible around there, and especially winter sports. It's the mecca of skiing, snowboarding, almost. And if anyone is wondering, I've been around and I've been climbing in the mountains in Austria and so on. The cows are not purple, and none has that Milka word on it, a brand name on it. They are looking like real normal cows. Approaching the toll, coming in at a hot break. All right. First accident. It had to be at some point, so now it is. But the traffic is getting out of hand pretty much. It is a little too realistic. Oh, look at that. And it is actually laggy. Come on, let me. All right. They keep coming. Yay! Thank you. They finally let me in on the left lane, and now everyone is speeding anyway. Isn't that amazing? There's a lot going on around here. Cars parked. We are approaching the hole. I should have gone to the right. All right, so the traffic density mode finally did its job and the game crashed. If you haven't noticed a jump, I will cut it as good as possible. But you should have noticed the jump. And yeah, I disabled it. I am not 100% sure if that was the actual cause of the problem, but I would think so. So I already disabled it. If it happens again, then I should look for another suspect. But for now, that's my best guess. So I hope that the realistic traffic density is the only thing that I lose, because I really like the car vehicle variety. It looks pretty nice, and it would be a pity if that was gone too. It's getting darker, and it's quite cloudy. Let's see if it rains, and let's see if the mod does its trick. How nice it looks. I'm curious. I used similar mods before, but this one I haven't tried before. Like I said in the beginning, many of these I'm trying for the first time. I tried one of the light modes, realistic lights, it was saying, but it made, well, maybe it was realistic, I'm not sure, but it had this really weird looking um, lights that it would make wherever your headlights hit way more brighter, and everything else would be way much darker. So I would say it has some realistic side to it, but I don't know. I didn't really like it, so I just disabled it. Our destination is just around the corner. We are in Graz, Austria. There is a really interesting building in this town, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like a um, biological cell, almost like a blob kind of thing. And looking at the rest of the city, it is a um, town with buildings that are over hundreds of years old. It's really old style, and that thing is one of the biggest buildings in town and just sitting in the middle of the whole thing. Really out of place, but somehow it also looks interesting. I don't know. It is not looking like completely ridiculous. The design itself is ridiculous, but somehow it works. I don't know. I think that blinker clicking is also too loud. I should adjust that as well. So here we are. Let's try another parking. Okay. It wasn't that good either, but a little better, I'd say. And what do we have? Still too little money? No. At least do we level up? Yes. Yes, we level up. We get a skill point that we can spend on something. Let's see. We will be going for long distance, I think. It will come handy once we have our truck and start going for the longest distance offers only. It could be high value as well, but who cares? Uh, let's go for long distance. And with that, we wrap it up for this video. I'll see you at the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.